You want people to buy your solutions, right? If so, this is the correct video for you. We're gonna go over exactly why people aren't buying your solutions and a layer deeper why people aren't using the solutions that you build for them. Let's get into it. Let's imagine that this is you, okay? Your name is John and you recently started building AI solution. There are a couple of problems that I want to go over that make it so that people aren't buying your solution. Problem number one is because you are building solutions based on something that you saw on YouTube and not based on something that the market told you that they needed for themselves. And this happened to me a lot last year when I first started to build AI solutions, because I was fascinated by the technology and I was building what I thought that I needed and tried to sell it to the market instead of going to the market, understanding what their problems are, and then building a solution that fixes those exact problems. And there's a difference, okay? Whatever you build, whatever you do, you want to build something that the market has already told you that they would pay money for. Example, let's say you wanted to start building a SaaS tomorrow for e-commerce brands. What would be the first thing that I would do? I wouldn't start building, I wouldn't do market research. I would run an ad targeted to e-commerce brands. I would get 50 of them on a call and I would ask them, what is your problem? What can I, if I fix this for you, what would you pay me money for? Okay? After I have these 50 responses, I would build an MVP and I would go back to them. I would demonstrate the solution and I would ask them, would you buy this solution? Because it's very different someone saying, yes, I would pay money for this, and someone actually paying money for it, okay? The only way I would invest more than 12 hours building a solution is if someone has validated my hypothesis and paid me money to fix that problem for them, okay? The second reason why no one is buying your solutions is because of a very simple fact that people fail to understand because they haven't been in this market long enough. You have two parts to an AI system. You have the actual tech and you have the intelligence. And I'm going to try to make this as clear for you as it is in my mind after about 1,000 hours of building these AI systems. Okay, this only became clear to me in the last maybe 400 hours. So I had to go through 600 hours of building until I understood this very thing. Let's say you have a solution that scrapes the top Instagram reels on a market. Let's say this is what someone asks you to build. They want something that scrapes the internet for the top reels and then creates new reels based on that. Someone technical might look at this and think, yes, okay, this is very easy because I can create a scraper, connect it, for example, with a form, connect it with GPT, give the outputs in a Google Doc, and voila, it's finished. And this is true. This would, in fact, scrape those Instagram reels and create the new reels, okay? The problem, and this is where we come to what most people miss, is that you need intelligence. You need the reels to actually be usable and not just pieces of garbage. Because my question to you is, you have the top, let's say, 100 Instagram reels that went viral in this market last year. What do you do with them? How do you create something based on what went viral? It's the same thing that you have to think. The people that create and train ChatGPT and Claude, they need intelligence, not just technical skills, in order to create their models and to train their models. Because they have all data that is available on the web, they train their models based on that. But how do you prompt it? How do you instruct based on all of that data that it has? What do you want it to do? Okay? And this is where the intelligence comes into place. Things like being able to analyze patterns. Things like being able to pinpoint based on human nature what went viral. Being able to give it logic to understand, okay, this is what went viral here, but this is what my client does. How do we take both of these and turn it into something that our user can use? Because all that it matters is that our end user is using our solution. Because this stems from a problem. You see a lot of people in the market making promises like, our AI system will create you 1,000 tweets in minutes. In minutes. But now my question to you is, would you rather pay, let's say, $50,000 for an AI system that writes 1,000 tweets in 5 minutes, but none of those tweets are usable? Or would you rather pay $50,000 for an AI system that writes you two tweets only, that take 30 minutes to arrive in your inbox, but they are guaranteed to go viral? Which one? I know I would pay for the second one way easier than the first one. Because 1,000 tweets, if they aren't good quality, doesn't matter anything. That number could be 1 million, it could be 500 million. It doesn't matter. It's vanity metrics because it won't achieve anything for my output. For example, I know I need to put out quality content in order to attract the type of clients that want to work with me and not just ghost, let's say. Okay? Cut that part. Okay? I wouldn't pay for 1,000 tweets that aren't usable and that aren't quality wise and that aren't the necessary quality in order to attract my dream client. Okay? But I would pay for 2 tweets that would go viral, therefore attracting my dream client. Okay? But if you scroll through YouTube, you will see a lot of people promising the above. The so-called, this writes my entire content strategy in 30 days. The problem is that the outputs are a 3 out of 10. Okay? You want to focus not in creating a whole strategy, but first creating just one. Can you make one tweet or one email or one YouTube video go viral with your system? If you can, then that's a scalable system. Okay? The problem most people have, that I see, at least that I see in the market, I don't know for the entire market, I can only speak as to what I know. The problem is that people try to sell something that wasn't validated before. It's the same thing, okay, I will help you go viral on Twitter, but you have 50 subscribers, 50 followers. Or I'll help you go viral on YouTube and you have, for example, I have 450 subs. That's why you don't see me saying that I can make you go viral on YouTube or that I can help you make you go viral on Twitter. But I can help you take an AI solution and scale it, or build an AI solution that sells for $15,000. Why? Because I've done that before. Okay? It's very important that you validate on a small scale before you try to sell something. Because at the end of the day, even if you're able to sell it, you don't want to put your reputation at play for a few dollars. Okay? Don't sell what you haven't been able to do for yourself manually. It's the same paradigm of people saying that they can create a chatbot that automates customer support. But if you ask them to do it manually, they wouldn't be able to do it because they don't have the necessary information to do it. or the necessary knowledge and skills. Okay? If you can't do it manually, think about it. If you cannot do it manually, why would you be able to automate it? That's an honest question. If you aren't able to do it manually, why do you think you would be able to automate it? And note, this isn't just true for automations and AI. This is true for any service that you want to offer someone. Meaning, you want to you want to start a YouTube content agency because you think it's fancy. Okay, go scale your own YouTube content agency before offering it as a service to other people. Okay. This is the process that we followed it's the part where I give some case studies. This is the process that we followed for two of our clients. So Superhuman Sales for cold email, and Brian and Jim, which is a YouTube scriptwriter. Both of these contracted us, one might say, in order to build them AI systems that could replicate their expertise at scale. Meaning both of these were very good at what they did. So this one at writing cold emails, this one at writing YouTube scripts, but they were the only ones within their own organization that were able to write these marketing materials, let's say. In the bottom one, before even automating anything, what did I personally do at the time? This is not scalable, but this is what I had to do in order to build a system that actually worked. I worked within the organization of this individual, Brian Ng, for 3 months, manually writing scripts and learning from him before creating a system that automates this. Okay? And if you check our website, in order to see that we are not bullshitting here, if you scroll a little bit, you can see the man himself. And if you see his YouTube, you can see as well that this guy knows what he's doing. Because with 20 videos, he was able to get 10.4k subs. Okay, he has a video over 150k views. This is a guy that knows what he's doing. For credibility wise, if he pitches you YouTube script writing services, he's way more likelier to, let's say, make the sale than I am. Because with 44 videos, I have 459 subs. Okay, I am not the YouTube expert. But in order to be able to automate the process for him, I had to spend 3 months manually writing these scripts with him, alongside him, getting roasted and truly understanding what made a good script before I was able to automate it. The same thing for the Superhuman Sales client. I had in total 8 meetings with their main copywriters before I even started building anything. Okay? I needed to understand the process. Plus, me, individual, sent about 100,000 cold emails in the 8 months prior to automating this system. Okay? And this is what I want you to understand. People say the market is unfair. I think the market is pretty fair, meaning you get what you rightly earn. If you spend 1 week just building a system for YouTube scriptwriter, it won't be nearly as good. It just makes sense. If you think about it, it just makes sense that your system won't be nearly as good as the guy that spent 3 months with a person side by side manually writing these scripts before he automated those. Same thing for cold email. Okay, so my recommendation is, if no one is buying your AI solutions, is because you are not good yet in order for people to buy and use your systems. So what should you do first? Go and become good at the thing that you're trying to automate. If you're trying to automate, for example, sales, go become a good salesman. If you can't pitch people on a call, why do you think that if people paid you, you would be able to automate their sales process? If you aren't able to create, let's say, a good sales asset, what makes you believe that you would be able to automate a sales asset? If you've never done customer service, why would you be able to automate customer service? Maybe go work as a customer success manager for 6 months before trying to build those solutions. Okay? That is it for today's video. We'll see you in the next one.